Hi guys, this is Ratchet and we are playing Criminal Case City of Romance, Case 14, out with a bang. Let's unlock chapter 2, and Cody's here to tell us something. Katerina, my phone's been dead and I was out for drinks with Carrie. I just heard about the murder. Is Eleonora alright? Yes, Eleonora was the one who called us. She's shaken, but okay. Oh, thank God. Any leads on the killer? We found some clues and spoke with some suspects. We searched the back room where Celeste was found and the living room where everyone was. If you haven't looked there yet, you should check the building's courtyard too. People like to go there to smoke and talk when Eleonora has her parties. Sounds like we should check the courtyard next. Let's head over there now, Katerina. Okay. The deadly pill. Alright, we'll check out this inner courtyard. The killer might have passed through there. Oh, a poster for her circus. Katarina, Cody was right. Searching the courtyard of Eleanor's apartment building gave us some clues. This is a poster for Celeste's circus, but it looks like something was drawn on it. Let's recover the drawing. Hey, you're right. This shawl has Celeste's initials on it. But what's this powder on it? Let's get a sample. And speaking of initials, her last name is on this locked box. We should try to get it open. There might be a clue inside. Okay. Alright, let's first dust the poster. What's all this? Whoa, what is this crazy design drawn over Celeste's circus poster? Jean-Philippe has helped us interpret cryptic things like this in the past. Maybe he can make sense of this. I don't know, looks something like... Looks like that zodiac diagram, I don't know. Alright, we're gonna open the orange box. Oh dear. Bombs! Katrina, the box addressed to the victim contained a bunch of explosives. There's also a card in here, but printed on the card is just this wavy mark. Oh, you're right. That's an accent mark called a tilde, just like Tilda's name. That must be her elegant way of signing things. But that means Tilda's the one who gave explosives to Celeste. And since Celeste died by explosion, we clearly got to interrogate Tilda. Yeah. What were we going to use these bombs in? Because they're too much big that you want to kill the victim with a pill. Maybe she wanted to use it for something else. fate, Katarina. I actually collected a green powder from the victim's shawl. Let's examine it under the microscope. Okay. Let's examine the green powder before talking to Tilde. Fertilizer. This green powder you collect from Celeste's shawl is fertilizer. Well, Celeste couldn't have been fertilizing the plants in the courtyard of Eleanor's apartment building. So maybe somebody in charge of this? Fertilizing the plants is the job of the building's concierge. Looks like the concierge's name is Diego Ramos. Let's go speak with him. Oh, you Spanish or... Alright, first let's go to Tilde. What's the meaning of these explosives? Tilde, care to explain this box of explosives you addressed to Celeste? I assume that might cast aspersions on me, given how Celeste died. But you must understand that my medium is performance. And in this modern world, performance must be explosive in order to get any message across. What? This is why I learned to make my own explosives, to raise the stakes of my performances while also learning how to properly handle such materials. And I felt it was important to show Celeste a sample of my handiwork as part of my bid to join her circus. This was not meant as a threat. I hope you didn't mean for Celeste to experience one of these explosive performances firsthand, or your next performance will be for an audience of none. Or maybe just do something for the other prisoners if we arrest you. Okay, let's go to concierge. Monsieur Ramos, as a concierge of this apartment building, were you aware of the soiree happening in the apartment of Eleonora Macaron? Yes, I know all that happens in this building. So you're aware that someone was murdered at the soiree? What? There was a murder here? Yes, the victim exploded actually. Have you heard or seen anything unusual tonight? No, nothing like that, but I did go in the back room to have my dinner, which is a little far from here. There is a bell for people to ring if they need me, but no one rang tonight. Well, instead of ringing your bell, Eleonora called us immediately after it happened. I guess it's just a matter of bad timing that you weren't aware of what happened. A murder in my building? On my watch? I've let the tenants down. Okay. What's with these symbols on the poster? Katerina, it's such a tragedy that Celeste is dead. And she went in such a grisly way. I shudder to think. Yes, we'll bring the killer to justice with your help. Do you know what this crazy design is that was drawn over Celeste's poster? Yes, this design took me back to my university days when I was dabbling in new age ways of seeing the world. It was cocky fun for a while, but I'm glad I came to my senses. This is an astrological chart drawn around Celeste's head, and it's got ominous implications. Oh, I knew it. This particular chart is for today, and Celeste's astrological sign, which I happen to know was Aries, is in a poor position indeed. What does that mean? Her sign is in a poor position? Well, to summarize, let's just say the way Mars and the Moon line up on this chart implies explosive violence for an Aries. And in Celeste's case, the explosion was literal. So this poster was clearly tagged by your killer, who is versed in astrological knowledge. Well, we won't have to wait for the planets to align in order to find our killer. That's true, And I almost forgot to mention that Eleonora called to let you know that she found Celeste's handbag in her living room. She's left it there for you to pick up. Thanks for the info, Jean-Philippe. Katarina, let's go do another sweep of Eleonora's living room and pick up that handbag. Oh, I already knew that this analysis had something to do with astrology and zodiacs. Alright, let's look around the fireplace. Katarina, here's Celeste's handbag, where Eleonora says she left it for us. Let's look through it to see if there's a clue in it. And you found something else? Is that broken jewelry? We'll put it back together since it may pertain to our case. Yeah. Alright, let's restore the jewelry. Ooh, are those diamonds? Looks very, very expensive. I can't put it back together. Oh. Fancy. Katarina, I recognize this necklace. It's the one Jean-Philippe wears as his drag persona, Elke von Schlepp. Wait, you were here? But that means Jean-Philippe was at the party. We had to question him about this immediately. What were you doing here, dude? You didn't tell us you were going. Well, you didn't have to, but... You just failed to mention to us that you were at the crime scene. When the murder happened. I'm watching you. Oh. Katarina, you found a card in the victim's handbag. It's got a big eye on it, and it says, I'm watching you. That's an ominous message. Who do you think it's from? Let's see if the chief can tell us if he recognizes the symbolism. Yeah, he's gonna have to do another Jean-Philippe is on our suspect list. Alright. JP, please explain to us, what were you doing at the apartment? Jean-Philippe, we found your Elke von Schlepp necklace at Eleanor's apartment. Why didn't you tell us you were there earlier tonight? Oh, I wasn't there for the party. Celeste urgently needed to borrow my Elke von Schlepp outfit for a show tomorrow, and I went to drop it off with her. The necklace must have fallen out of the bag and broken. Not surprising seeing that the party sounded rather riotous. Thanks for fixing it. Wait, so you went to see Celeste? All the more reason to tell us. Well, Celeste was alive and well when I saw her, so I didn't think it was relevant to the case. Every detail counts, you know that, Jean-Philippe. You should have told us. Well, let me volunteer this information in good faith. Your career has some knowledge of chemistry, so do I. There's something for your case notes. But I promise you, Katarina, I had nothing to do with Celestial West's murder. Well, if you say you weren't there. What's this card supposed to mean? Got ya? What can you tell us about this ominous card Katarina found in Celeste's handbag? It's troubling, Katarina, because the red eye on this card is a symbol typically used by Macaron's gang to threaten their enemies. But Macaron is in jail, so who at the party would have any connection back to him? Eleonora. Well, his daughter Eleonora comes to mind. Of course, but she has nothing to do with his gang. She was relieved when he went to jail. Well, that brings me to the second unsettling aspect of this clue. This handwriting is a match for Eleonora's. Oh, so the summoner's message was from Eleonora. Let's go grill her about this. Yeah. Eleonora, please explain this ominous message we found in Celeste's handbag. What are you doing giving Parisian mob-style threats to people? We thought you were connected with your father's operation. I'm not connected to it at all, but Celeste was. When she worked as a sex worker in Pigalle, some of my father's guys were regular customers. She kept in contact with some of them after she bought my father's circus. As you know, I'm opposed to my father's dealings, and now that he's in prison, I have to watch my back. That cop would tell Celeste loud and clear in a mobster message she'd understand. So you admit that you threatened her with the card. I felt it was necessary, and it worked. She refused to eat any of my foie grasses if it was poison, even though I ate some right in front of her. But she knows I have connections and knowledge that go beyond the average city girl. I can make weapons from household materials, for instance, so of course she thought I'd poison her. But she had to know I would never murder anyone. I couldn't be a murderer. I'm a Libra. Well, Eleonora, if we find out you actually are Celeste's killer, you won't be Libra for long. Oh, it could be you. Katerina, we are so surprised in our investigation of Celeste's murder. For one, apparently Jean-Philippe had made an appearance at the party and didn't tell us because he claims it wasn't important. I don't like the idea of team members keeping secrets from us. We'll have to keep our eye on Jean-Philippe. Then there's the ominous Parisian mob message Eleonora gave to Celeste to scare her. I can understand Eleonora worrying about Celeste's connection to her father's gang, but I hope that card is as far that fear pushed her to go. Meanwhile, apparently Tilde offers Celeste a box of explosives as a pitch for a performance piece. An unfortunate coincidence? And another coincidence, the business's concierge conveniently missed the explosion and the obligatory screaming that followed because he was on his dinner break. Something isn't adding up here, but it's still too early to tell what it is. Katerina, I heard that my dad is a suspect in your case. There's something you should know. Oh, what is it? Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 3. So, thank you for watching. Knock the like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!